All right, let's head to a developing story and welcome in our senior insider, Charania. Shams, only one game in the association tonight as the Lakers host the Hornets. Now, this matchup was rescheduled due to the LA wildfires. What will LeBron James' status be?
Chiney, I'm told that there is optimism around the Lakers that LeBron James can be able to play tonight against the Hornets. They have a back-to-back tonight against Charlotte at Crypto, and then on Thursday in Portland. And LeBron James last played last Wednesday in Utah. Then he missed the All-Star game. But the Lakers, what they're dealing with is weighing, one, the importance of what it signifies to build that chemistry between LeBron James and Luka Doncic in a Lakers uniform, but then also the fact that this is LeBron James in year 22 at 40 years old, and the rest and recovery that clearly his foot, ankle are dealing with, and something that JJ Redick said the other day that they're going to have to manage for the second half of this season. LeBron James has been an indestructible force throughout his career. Clearly, this is something that he's managing, but there is optimism he can play tonight against the Hornets.
So that's the update on LeBron James. And as you mentioned, JJ Redick said yesterday that Luka Doncic, he will likely be on a minutes restriction tonight. But good news, he didn't feel like the restriction would remain as they start their road trip in Portland. Thanks, Shams, for stopping by. We appreciate you. Now with our panel here in Los Angeles, senior writers Mark Spears, Brian Windhorst, and NBA champ Kendrick Perkins. Brian, what do you think we can expect across the street tonight?
Well, there's an injury update that I'm going to give you right now, and that's that Mark Williams, the almost Laker, has been upgraded to probable because he has not actually played since the trade, Chiney. And so this is his comeback game. And look, even if he didn't get almost traded to the Lakers and then the Lakers rejected the trade, a center is going to come in and look to score against the Lakers. Right now, that's the game plan. Their interior is not as strong as you'd like to see it. But considering how upset the Hornets organization was, considering that Mark Williams went all the way to LA, got the physical, was sent back home saying, "We think you're damaged goods," I think you're going to see a huge diet of Mark Williams going at the Lakers tonight in what I could only figure is a Mark Williams revenge game. I never thought I'd say those words. I just want to point something out. He does have a couple of 30-point games in the last month. 4 or 5 games ago, he had a 38-point game. He had a couple of 25-point, 14-rebound games right before the trade. He was really playing some of the best basketball we've ever seen out of him, which is one of the reasons the Lakers made the trade. Also, LaMelo Ball is probable tonight, so you've got the guy to throw him the lob. So, obviously, the Lakers are favored in this game. The Hornets are not a strong team. They are in a rebuild situation. But, boy, do I want to see the demeanor of Mark Williams in this game in L.A. tonight.
And, Wendy, boy, do I want to see the demeanor of LeBron James tonight, because this is a revenge game for LeBron James, because we know LeBron James is upset. We know LeBron James heard the noise and all the whispers about him not participating in the dunk contest and how he went about it. And you know how LeBron James usually turns those boos into cheers by his performance on the floor. And I could see after the game tonight the internet going crazy for the 30th time this season about how 40-year-old has put up 40-plus points. LeBron James is going to be on the mission. LeBron James, if he plays, is going to have his footprints and fingerprints all over this damn game.
Well, I'm curious to continue to see the evolution of Luka and LeBron together. You're talking about two dominant, elite ball handlers. So how do they coexist from here? The Lakers are telling them to kind of push unselfishness, make each other better. And as their rotation gets set, you'll never see both of them on the bench at the same time. I think the plan is to always have either one of them on the floor. This is a time where if you could shoot and you're one of the Lakers, hey, man, it's a good time to be a shooter. Austin Reeves, you're going to get to eat, baby. You're going to get a lot of open three-pointers, so anybody that can shoot for the Lakers are going to get improved stats. But then, you know, there's a lack of size. How do they deal with that? Look, Jackson, Alex, they're going to get a lot of alley-oops too. So let's see how Luka and LeBron continue to coexist and adapt together.
I think it's going to be interesting because we could see a win-win scenario. Maybe Mark Williams has a revenge game, and also Luka and LeBron get to build chemistry, which is most important for the Los Angeles Lakers.
It's been an eventful 2 weeks for the Mavericks organization. You going from a veteran leader of this franchise to the leader of this franchise. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm taking it one day at a time. You know, but it also, you know, just kind of enjoying the process of the changing environment. As hard as that even sounds coming out, it's just like you still got to find a way to find joy and make sure, you know, everybody is good, and we're all human, so we're all gonna feel for each other.
I got Anthony Davis as your teammate. You have a whole kind of new identity and squad here. I know it's been a limited sample size, but do you see the vision of sort of this super-sized lineup with you kind of in the middle, the hub of it all?
Yeah, we had how many minutes together?
Yeah,
and
26.
I think everybody saw it. It was a microcosm of just the impact that AD makes, and then also having Gaff, and you look at the potential of D-Live being put in there with him, and then we have PJ, who's emerging as a young star in our league, and we also got Max Christie, who was, you know, high-level player for the Lakers, and you know, we're getting healthy at the right time. You know, no matter who's in, we got to take care of this.
Kyrie has been a model of consistency for the Mavs since the Luka trade, but he's also been asked to have a bigger role in the offense. Since the Luka trade, Kyrie has averaged over 41 minutes a night, which is way up from his time prior to the move. And that's important to note with Kyrie Irving playing also with some injuries. Now, obviously, this is not what the Mavs hoped for after making this historic trade, as they will be without their top 4 big men for the next few weeks. But regardless, Wendy, what is at stake for the Dallas Mavericks with 26 games left?
Well, they've put themselves kind of under some pressure, because when they make this trade and trade for a 31-year-old Anthony Davis and say he matches the timeline of Kyrie Irving, you know, Kyrie's a month away from his 33rd birthday. So they're basically saying, you know, we have a tighter window than we did before, and now you've got injuries. But, you know, this is really a fascinating moment for Kyrie. He's been very much of a steadying force throughout the entire season, and especially since the trade. His public comments, including that interview with Malika, in my view, he's been pitch perfect, being very sympathetic to the fans, but also challenging himself and his team and trying to be optimistic. I think he's been terrific, and I think he's in a great position to get taken care of, but I also think they're asking a lot of him, playing him all these minutes with that back issue.
Look, this is a perfect look. I think their window for the Dallas Mavericks is 3 years. They have to win the championship. Now, because they have so many injuries, I'm going to be fair and say this season, long as they get into the playoffs, it's a success. And they're going to do that on the back of Kyrie Irving. I believe Kyrie Irving is going to remind the world that he's a top 10 player in this league. He's already one of the most skilled players to ever play the game of basketball, and his leadership since he's put on a Dallas Maverick uniform has been a beautiful thing to watch. The growth in this young man has been a beautiful thing to watch. And if you're the Dallas Mavericks, all you have to say is, we want to have a chance, and let's just get to the fourth quarter where it's a 5-point game, and we have a guy that could take us on and be the best closer, one of the best closers. We have one of the best closers in the NBA, and Kyrie Irving, to give us a shot to winning the ball game.
You know, I met Kyrie in 2011 after his injury-plagued season with Duke, and he was going into the NBA. And from all these years being around him, getting to know him a little bit, this is the first time I've really seen him play at peace, where it's just about the game, and he's enjoying the game, and there's not drama. You know, in Cleveland, it was a LeBron show, right? He goes to Boston, and there was drama there. And we know what happened in Brooklyn. But ever since Nico has put his arm around him, brought him to Dallas, he just seems so much more at peace. And this is the first time where he could truly be a leader, show everybody how good he is, and there's nothing distracting you from watching his wizardry right now.
Yeah, he's at peace, but also during All-Star Weekend, you saw some joy winning with Team Shaq, Team OGs. You saw how he was like, I want to keep this trophy, I want to take this home. But you also probably saw this. Sunday at the All-Star game, this fan hit a logo 3 to win $100,000. But what you might have missed is check out Kyrie, okay? He goes in, there's Kyrie on the left. He grabs a little bit of the money, and he walks away. He walks away. Hey, I'm not mad at it. He always shoots his shot. But KD didn't let him get away with it. That was comedy. Now, Kyrie and KD will both have some financial decisions.
Real, right?
It had to. It's Mr. Beast. Of course it's real. Kyrie and KD have to make some financial decisions this summer. So let's bring in Bobby Marks, our front office insider right now. Now, the trade deadline is in the rearview mirror, so we keep pushing forward. Your early preview of the NBA offseason is up on ESPN.com right now. Make sure everyone goes and checks it out. Now, Bobby, who has the most leverage this offseason?
Yeah, Chiney, it's Kyrie Irving. He's got the most leverage out of any potential free agent, including LeBron James and potentially James Harden here. Now, Irving's got a $43 million player option here. Certainly could opt into that contract. But I think when you look at the circumstances here, based on how he is playing, he's playing like an all-star, certainly all-NBA type candidate. The Luka trade, they cannot afford to lose Kyrie Irving this offseason here. And I think when you look at it, what's the best option for him and the Mavericks? The best option is aligning him with that Anthony Davis contract. That's 3 for $175 million after this season. So Irving, a ton of leverage going into this offseason.
So Kyrie and AD are the core in Dallas moving forward. Which other players are you watching this summer?
Well, I think certainly Kevin Durant. I think we've started watching him certainly around the trade deadline when we heard his name mentioned in rumors. And the interesting thing with Kevin Durant, he'll enter the last year of his contract. He's extension eligible. As soon as the NBA Finals is over, he's eligible for 2 years, $124 million. What direction does Phoenix go? What direction does Durant go for a team that's on the outside looking in? The second player has got to be Trae Young. We have not mentioned Trae Young at all here as far as where his future is, as far as how it lines up moving forward here. Remember, Trae Young is about to enter the potentially the last year of his contract here. He's extension eligible also, 4 years, $229 million. So kind of at a crossroads as far as where this organization wants to go. Do they want to continue building around Trae Young here? And I think we'll learn a lot about him also this summer.
So Kyrie, KD, and Trae Young are players that we have circled, especially with financial implications. Thank you so much for stopping by, Bobby Marks.